Today, I'm sharing with you the hottest neighborhoods in the hottest 3 areas of town: Camas, Ridgefield, and Felida. Hey, welcome back to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. I'm your host, Hannah Dubyne, and I'm super thankful you're here today because we're going over the best neighborhoods that are up and coming in the best spots in town. We're gonna go over Camas, Ridgefield, and Felida, and I have a handful of very specific neighborhoods in each area that I wanna share with you. And by the way, some of these neighborhoods are not advertised yet, and so you won't be able to find them elsewhere online. If you're new here, we're super glad you're here. You should sign up for our Weekend Happenings with Hannah email. We send it out every week. We put out, the best 3, 4, 5 fun local events happening. We put new listings on there. We put other good stuff on there. So sign up for that down below, and definitely reach out to us if you're thinking about moving to the area. You can text us, call us, or send us a DM on Instagram. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know that Camas, Felida, and Ridgefield are areas that I highlight a lot. And for those of you out there who are my clients, a lot of my business falls in those areas. Of course, we serve all of Clark County, but these are 3 of my very favorite areas to serve: Camas, Felida, and Ridgefield. So I don't want to make you wait any longer. Let's jump into it. I'm going to start with the city that my business is headquartered in and the one that I live in, and that would be Camas. The first neighborhood I want to share with you is McIntosh Estates. I have been waiting, y'all. I have been waiting for this neighborhood for years. I've driven past this piece of land off of McIntosh Road for years, wondering, when is this gonna sell to a developer? When is it gonna become a neighborhood? It was a big piece of open land, just looks like farm fields, and it's right over the cliff. And so the lots at the very south part of this piece of land, they're gonna have amazing views. Finally, Affinity Homes has bought it, and they've been in the process for the last probably couple years, getting it subdivided and getting it through the county process. There's gonna be 28 lots in the subdivision, and the lot premiums are gonna range from $475,000 to $1.5 million. These are really high prices for our area. The lot premium just covers the lot. It doesn't cover the cost of the actual house itself because Affinity Homes is a custom builder. And I know that one of those premier view lots with that $1.5 million price tag is already reserved. In fact, a handful of the lots in the neighborhood are already reserved. So if you want to build a beautiful custom modern home and you want maybe a view, you want Camas schools, you want prime Prune Hill location, this is an amazing neighborhood for you. I cannot vouch for this builder enough. Reach out to me and we'll get you on the list. The next up and coming neighborhood that's gonna be awesome is Monteverde by Pacific Lifestyle Homes in Camas. This one is gonna be located north of the lake. It's gonna be right across from Green Mountain neighborhood, if you know where that is, which I've done multiple videos on in the past. It's gonna have 32 homes, so it's not gonna be super big. And it's gonna have a little park play area in the middle, which will be super fun for kids. I'm unsure right now if it's gonna be in Camas or Evergreen Public School District. Some of you probably know that part of the Green Mountain neighborhood was in Evergreen Public School District, but part of it was in Camas School District, so it's right on that line. And these homes are gonna have lot sizes from about 6,500 to 7,000 square feet. Pacific Lifestyle is a builder that I do business with every single year. I have multiple clients buy their homes. They do a great job. I can't speak for them enough, and you should definitely consider this neighborhood. It will be available, best case scenario, spring of 2024. I'm recording this in 2024. I would anticipate it is released to the public sometime in the next year. Okay, next, hottest up and coming area in Camas, that would be the Toll Brothers neighborhood. There's actually 2 Toll Brothers neighborhoods in Camas technically right now. We've got Lacamas Hills, which is north of the lake. It's in the North Shore development area. This neighborhood is beautiful, guys. I just had the privilege of going through the model home on their pre-release grand opening, and it was amazing. It was adorned with all these beautiful finishes, high ceilings, stone all the way up the wall, luxury outdoor living, just all of these things that we haven't seen a ton of in our market because Toll Brothers has not built here a tremendous amount. And so I'm really excited for this. I already have multiple clients that are kind of in the process with Toll Brothers, so if you're interested, definitely reach out to us about that and check out the lot availability. But some of the lots in this neighborhood, they're gonna have water views of 𝐍𝐿𝐼𝐻 Lake. Some of them are gonna have tree views because they're back into a protected space, which is just beautiful. And there's gonna be a walking path down on the southern part of the neighborhood that's eventually gonna connect, and you're gonna be able to walk quite a ways. The other Toll Brothers neighborhood is the North Side neighborhood. It's technically in Washougal, but I'm lumping it in with Camas because it goes to Camas schools, and they're really marketing it as a part of Camas. The lots over in North Side for Toll Brothers are really big. I mean, like, some of the biggest I've seen for new construction ever in the last 5 years. It's crazy, I don't know how they did it. And these homes are able to take up a really wide footprint versus the ones in 𝐍𝐿𝐼𝐻 Hills. They're on more compact lots, they're more vertical, a lot of 3-story homes in there. So if you're looking for something a little bit wider, North Side is gonna be the spot for you, and there's amazing river views over in that neighborhood. So reach out to us if you're interested in that one. Okay, let's go to the other side of town and talk about Felida. Quick recap that Felida is not its own city, it's a part of Vancouver, Washington. The first neighborhood I want to talk about in Felida is the Estates at Lake River. This neighborhood is also going to be built by Affinity Homes. They are building in some really prime locations as of recently. It's a very small subdivision of just 8 lots, and it's like ultra premium. They are between like the 1 and 2 acre size, which is just unheard of to buy a home in the city these days on public utilities. That means you're connected to the sewer, you're connected to city water, and you have that big of a lot. So they're gonna be big enough where you could have a detached garage or an ADU or an in-ground pool, something of that sort, which is usually pretty difficult to fit into a new home. They're very expensive. I would say prices all in together are gonna be $2 million and above. There's really no cap. You could go all out on these homes if you wanted to. The lots on the westmost side that have more of a view are already reserved, but there's still some that are available. This is also going to be the 2024 Parade of Homes neighborhood, which means that next year in August or September, it's going to be open to the public, and certain homes in the neighborhood that have already been started, they're going to be open for people to come through and tour, and it's a great celebration. So if you live here locally, you should come out and check that out next year. Next up and coming neighborhood in Felida is the Ashbury neighborhood. Ashbury is headed up by Kingston Homes, and Cascade West is also building in the Ashbury neighborhood. It was the Parade of Homes site for 2023, which means it was open to the public, and all of the trades for housing got together and showcased the best of their work. We had Cascade West, Kingston Homes, Marnella Homes, and I forget the other one. It was, those 3 were all great, but the 4th one was a little disappointing. Anyways, it's a wonderful location, large lots in the middle of Felida, backing to a park that has an orchard. This is going to be one of the last neighborhoods in Felida like this because land is just so scarce there, and I think it's going to age really well. I can't say enough good things about Kingston Homes, and Cascade West is also really lovely. So if you're interested in a custom home there, prices are a little bit more affordable than Estates at Lake River. I would say they're starting at about the 1.2 to 1.3 mark and above. My next hot up and coming neighborhood in Felida is Erickson Farms. Now the thing about Erickson Farms is it's not a brand new neighborhood, and I know that doesn't really fit in with the theme, but it's still really desirable. It's about 10 years old at this point, and it's wonderful because you can walk to the shops at Erickson Farms, but you live in a suburban family-size home. That is just really hard to find in this part of the country. There's just not a lot of walkability in the suburbs, but there's a coffee shop, there's a Mexican restaurant, there's little shops and boutiques, there's a cycling studio. So if walking to something every day is important to you, this is a wonderful neighborhood. 10-year-old homes, they were built in the mid-2010s. They're still very modern, right? They have shaker cabinets, high ceilings, open concept, quartz countertops, the things that everyone wants. This neighborhood also has a beautiful park and open space and a little trail in the middle, and it's just very pleasant to look at. So definitely consider Erickson Farms if you're interested in Felida. Prices right now, by the way, are going from about $700,000 to $1 million most of the time. Let's transition and talk about Ridgefield. Let's go up north a little bit. Ridgefield is all the rage these days, and there's a lot of amazing things coming to Ridgefield. I get very excited thinking about the development up there. You guys know there's Costco coming soon up there, there's gonna be Les Schwab, there's gonna be a whole bunch of other businesses, and of course there's gonna be some amazing new neighborhoods. One of the neighborhoods that's coming up there that I know is gonna be hot, hot, hot is West Haven by Kingston Homes. So this is actually off of the 179th exit, which is the very south part of Ridgefield. It's like barely actually in Ridgefield, it's almost closer to Vancouver, but it's like 6 or 7 minute drive to downtown Ridgefield, so it's really not too far. But this is a small subdivision of 12 homes. They're large lots, over a quarter acre, and of course Kingston Homes is one of the best semi-custom builders in the county. Could not recommend them enough. It's gonna be a nice little quiet, on the outskirts of town neighborhood, so I would definitely consider this neighborhood if you want something a little bit more high-end and outside of the hustle and bustle, but still in Ridgefield. The next neighborhood on my list is Paradise Point in Ridgefield. Paradise Point, I don't have an exact count of the number of lots right now, I wish I did, but it's gonna be really big. It's gonna have multiple different builders in it. It's gonna have for sure New Tradition and Pacific Lifestyle, which build a lot of quantity in Clark County. And I'm sure there's gonna be multiple other builders as well, all the way from small to large. And so I'm really excited to see how this part of the city develops. It's gonna bring in a lot of new residents to the area, and it's gonna have some cool features. I heard there's gonna be a little bridge over a creek, and it's kind of off in the rolling hills right now, so I'm looking forward to it. Also, this neighborhood will be more affordably priced, I guess, if you would consider $600,000 affordable. It's not starting at $1 million, which is nice. There are some more affordable options in the neighborhood. Last neighborhood on the list is the Reserve at Seven Wells in Ridgefield. Reserve at Seven Wells is in a prime location. It is just around the corner from Rosar's and Anytime Fitness and Starbucks and Mud Pizza, that main Discovery shopping center in Ridgefield off of Pioneer Street. You could walk to that area from the Reserve at Seven Wells. It's going to be gated, which we don't have a ton of gated neighborhoods in this part of the country, so that is super exciting. And it's a continuation of the neighborhood across the street, Seven Wells. That was built a couple years ago. Now we're doing Reserve at Seven Wells, and it has everything from starter homes all the way to $1 million homes. Okay, I know that was a lot of information and this video has ended up being kind of long, but I hope it was helpful. A lot of times working with an independent realtor like myself is gonna come at no cost to you for new construction. So reach out to us. We have relationships with every single one of these builders. I absolutely love working new construction. And yeah, if you're thinking about moving to the area, anywhere in Camas, Ridgefield, Vancouver, Clark County, we'd love to serve you. Text us, DM us on Instagram, send us an email. We hope to see you next week, and thank you very much for watching.